Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Ahmad Muthahhari, and in this video I would like to talk about some work by William Shakespeare called Hamlet. And this video is my final exam assignment for a subject called Introduction to English Literature. What what kind of thing that I'm gonna talk about in this video? First, we're going to talk about the main character in this work or in this Hamlet story, and then a summary of the work. Next, we're going to talk about the dumps, and then after that, we're going to talk about the characteristic of the age where that this work is happened at Elizabeth or Jacobin's era. And after the characteristic, we're going to talk about how is how is it relevant or not relevant with the current era or with right now era. So let's go with the main character first. First, the main character. As you guys know, a character in some story it got separated as protagonist, antagonist, and support character. First, we're going to talk about the protagonist in this drama. The protagonist in this drama, there are two people. First is Hamlet, and second is Horatio. Hamlet is a prince of Denmark, son of King Hamlet and Queen Gertrude. Educated in Wittenberg University, Hamlet's intellectual curiosity and philosophical inclination shape his worldview. He has some personality such as intellectual, emotional, introspective, and conflicted. And then he has some motivation too. A motivation to revenge for his mother, father's mother, justice, and moral integrity. Next, we're going to talk the second protagonist. The second protagonist is Horatio. Who is Horatio? Well, Horatio, born in Denmark, and he is a loyal friend and confidant of Hamlet. His rational thinking and calm demeanor provide stability amidst chaos. He has some personality such as rational, calm, and loyal. And he have some motivation like friendship, loyalty, and truth. Next, we're going to talk about antagonists. In antagonists, we have three person. Three. Wait. Okay, three. Three person. First, King Claudius. Second, Polonius. Third is Laertes. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it was spelling like Laertes. Laertes. First antagonist, King Claudius. King Claudius is a brother of King Hamlet, and he seized the throne after his brother murdered. His cunning and ambition drove him to marry Queen Gertrude. He has some personality such as cunning, manipulative, and hungry of power. His motivation is maintaining power and hiding his guilt. Next is the second antagonist, Polonius. Polonius is a nobleman and lord of Chamberlain. His family has served the royal court for generations. His verbosity and self-importance makes his manipulative nature. He has some personality such as self-serving, manipulative, and verbose. He have a motivation too, like advancing his family interests and gaining more power. And the third antagonist is Laertes. Who is Laertes? Well, Laertes is Polonius' son. He is a young nobleman educated in France. His impulsive personality and sense of honor drive his action. He has somewhat personality such as impulsive, loyal, and vengeful. He have a motivation like avenging his father's death and honor. Uh, he bring a honor for his father. Yeah, he bring back the honor of his father. Next, we're going to talk about the supporting character. For the supporting character, I'm not going to talk about some servant whose name is unknown or some knight whose name is unknown. I'm just going to talk about some character whose name is known in this work. The first supporter, or more like we have five. Wait, five? Yeah, five. Five uh five supporting character. The first supporting character is Queen Gertrude. Queen Gertrude, or we can say that she is King Hamlet's widow and Claudius' wife. His has her hasty remarriage raised suspicion about her involvement in King Hamlet's murder. She have a motivation such as weak-willed, indulgent, and conflicted. Her motivation is maintaining status, protecting her son. Next is Ophelia. Ophelia is Polonius' daughter. She is a young noble woman torn between loyalty to her father and love for Hamlet. She had a personality like innocent, obedient, and vulnerable. Her motivation is loyalty, love, and survival. Next, we're going to talk about Fortinbras. Fortinbras is a prince of Norway. He seeks to reclaim land lost to Denmark. His strategy, thinking, and ambition drive his conquests. He has some personality like ambitious, strategic, and determined. His motivation is conquering Denmark and honoring his father. Next, we're going to talk about this is two person because, like I said, there are five, and this is the number four and number five of supporting character. Name it is Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. They are a childhood friends of Hamlet's. They become entangled in Claudius' plot against Hamlet. They have a personality such as ambitious, opportunistic, and naive. Their motivation is advancing careers and pleasing Claudius. And that's all the supporting character. And I forgot there is a deceased character, such as King Hamlet, who murdered by Claudius. Thus, King Hamlet's ghost demands justice. He is demands a justice as to Claudius, who murder him. Well, that's the deceased characters. Well, the deceased character is have a lot. There are a lot of deceased characters such as Polonius, Ophelia, Laertes, Rosencrantz, on Guildenstern. After that is King Claudius and Queen Gertrude. Okay, now we going to talk about the dumps. The dumps in this world, there are eight them. How do I? Yeah, the eight them. The first them is revenge and morality. The second them is appearance and versus reality. Well, the definition for revenge and morality is that examining ethics, justice, and morality. For example, is Hamlet's quest, Laertes' revenge, and 14 Brass conquest. Uh, and then the second, appearance versus reality. The definition is contrasting outward appearance with inner truth. For example, is Hamlet's feigned madness, Claudius' false innocence. Next is the third depth. The third depth is morality and human nature. The definition of this depth is that exploring human existence and fragility. For example, is that homeless, to be or not to be, and Yorick's skull. Well, Yorick is a vicious character, okay? Next is the fourth term, corruption and power. The definition of this term is that analyzing powers corrupting influence. For example, is that Claudius' usurpation and Polonius' manipulation. Next is the fifth. The fifth term. The fifth term is madness and sanity. The definition of this term is that blurring lines between rationality and insanity. For example, is that Hamlet's feigned madness and Ophelia descents. And the sixth terms is that royalty and betrayal. The definition is quite simple. Examining, examining loyalty and complexities. For example, is that Hamlet's loyalty and Polonius' betrayal. For the seventh is ambition and greed. The definition of these terms is that investigating ambition darker aspects. For example, is Claudius' usurpation and 14 Brass conquest. The eighth term is that fate and destiny. The definition of this is that exploring fate's inevitability, no, inevitability, inevitability or inevitability. For example, is that Hamlet prophesied the mass, prophesied. prophesied demise. Hamlet's prophesied demise. Well, next we're going to talk about the summary. For the summary is that the Act 1 is first King Hamlet's ghost appears. Uh, his Hamlet's father's spirit reveals his murder by Claudius. And then the second is the Hamlet's foe. Hamlet swears revenge, feigning madness to distract from his true intentions. Third is Polonius' deception. Polonius spies on Hamlet, manipulating his children, Laertes and Ophelia. For Act 2 is first Hamlet's madness, where Hamlet's feigning madness confused Polonius and Ophelia. Next is Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are revolt. Hamlet's friends are recruited by Claudius to spy. The third is Polonius' plan. Polonius hides behind the curtain to eavesdrop on Hamlet. Next, we're going to talk about the Act 3. For the Act 3, we have 4 Hamlet's soliloquy, loci, loci, I don't know it, loci, soliloquy, to be or not to be, explores essential crisis. Second, Hamlet and Ophelia's confrontation, where Hamlet rejects Ophelia and devastating her. Third is Polonius' death. Hamlet kills Polonius, mistaking him for Claudius. Fourth is Hamlet's departure. Hamlet left for England, manipulated by Claudius. For the Act 4 is Ophelia's madness. Ophelia descends into madness, ultimately drowning. And second is Laertes' return. Laertes seeks revenge for Polonius' death, or for his father's death. And then the third is that Hamlet escaped. Hamlet returned to Denmark, surviving Claudius' plot. And we're going to the final act, or Act 5. Act 5, Act 5, okay. First, Hamlet and Laertes duel. Duel. Hamlet and Laertes duel. Laertes wounds Hamlet with poisoned swords. Second, Queen Gertrude's death. Gertrude dies from poisoned cup meant for Hamlet. Third is Claudius' death. Hamlet kills Claudius with the same sword. With the same sword who a poisoned sword. I think. Yeah. And fourth is Fortinbras Arifo. Fortinbras claims Denmark, restoring order. And fifth is Hamlet's death. Hamlet die and fulfilling the prophecy. And that's a little bit summary in this work. Next, we're going to talk about the characteristic of the ages. Well, for character of ages, this work is written during Queen Elizabeth I's reign. So the characteristic of language, drama, philosophy, politics, and Social hierarchy is that the language is complex and poetic. The drama is exploration of human emotion. The philosophy is resonance of human needs. The politics is that more to royal integrity and power struggles. And the hierarchy, the social hierarchy is that nobility and loyalty. And next we're going to talk about, is it relevant or not relevant for today's world, or more like today's era. For relevant aspects is that there are four. First is corruption and abuse of power is still prevalent in global. Next is mental health, where Hamlet's emotional turmoil resonates to how the current era right now. Third is morality and ethics, where universal question about justice. Third, no, fourth is appearance and first versus appearance versus reality, where social media impact on perception to everyone in this world. For a less relevant aspect is that there are three. First is feudal loyalty, where less applicable in modern democracies, how is it? Next is second, royal succession, where there is no longer dominant concern. The third is punishment and revenge, where modern justice system emphasize rehabilitation other than uh, execution. And that's all from me. The conclusion of this work is that Hamlet remains a timeless masterpiece exploring universal themes and human complexities. Its exploration of morality, power, mortality continues to resonate with contemporary audience. Well, thank you for everyone who sing or watching this video. Hopefully you have a wonderful uh, days and wonderful life for this year. As you know, right now is 2025. Well, I am Ahmad Muthahhari. See you next time.